Hey, and welcome back to the Awful Gaming Channel. I'm your host, Captain Off, and we're playing some more Disgaea 5. We just got done with the first DLC for Disgaea 4, and today we're going to go ahead and get started on the second second DLC for Disgaea 4. I've already checked the quest board, and we don't have any new characters to recruit, but before we do jump into it, we're gonna swap around a little bit of equipment here. These are the three new characters that we got from the previous episode's DLC: Valvatorez, Fenric, and Artina. Valvatorez is a unit that I'm probably going to be using quite a bit, so we're going to leave him alone. But Fenric and Artina, I'm personally not particularly fond of using either of them as characters. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rob their weapons there. So we got a legendary fist weapon from Fenric and a legendary bow from Artina. So what we're going to do is go straight to Kilia, who's also a fist user, and we're going to give him that legendary fist weapon. As you can see, it really increases his stats. It gives him +1 to movement range, practically triples his attack and speed. So really good weapon for him early game. Blap. The bow, I told you guys I couldn't decide whether I wanted to use a bow or a staff with Flawn. I'm still not 100% sure. I was going to give her that bow, but I kind of want to run her as a pure magic character this go round. So we'll just hold that thought for now. We'll see if we find her any decent offensive magic scrolls before we
Where would you like to go, dude?
make that final decision. So we go to the Netherworld gate. We go past all the completed DLCs right down here to Girl Theater, and we begin. Hades, a blazing pit where the sinful humans are sent after they die. There, they will be trained so that they can pay for their sins. Great distress is all that awaits them, and someone else here is in deep trouble. This is all a dream. This has to be a dream. You can see she's standing on a scale. No, this can't be. Are you okay, big sis? It's not like you to sigh. Ah, Desco, I'm alright. It's nothing. I like that she hides the scale under the table with the donut on it. You don't look like you're feeling that well, big sis. Desco is worried. Oh, big sis, would you like something sweet? Here, have some. She's offering her the donut that she already had on the table. Oh, thanks, but I don't feel like eating right now. I'm okay. Big sis? Desco. What is it, Imizel? Nothing really, but did something happen? You two don't look so good at all. Desco's fine, but Big Sis is... Wouldn't you feel better right away if you give her favorite sweets? And that's what Desco thought, but Big Sis said she doesn't feel like eating. Puka doesn't want to eat, then it must be serious. Yes. She always says she eats a lot because she's a growing girl, but she doesn't even want to eat. Desco, do you have any clue about what happened? Desco doesn't know. Eyes that are tinted with sorrow. Pain in the chest from not being able to eat sweets. And to top it all off, those deep sighs. Desco's got it. Imizel, I have to check on something. Can you come with Desco for a little while? Okay, I don't mind, but what are you going to check? Just follow Desco and you'll find out. Come on. Hey, you don't need to pull me. Disco, do you want to get some extra... You
can't escape
Disco
the final
found you.
boss.
What do you want? If you just hide, you won't accomplish anything. Disco knows.
Foolish people.
I am the calamity who sunk the world into blazing chaos.
Disco.
The final weapon, Disco.
Disco's so happy.
Now, hero, tell Disco your name. Or are you so scared you can't even say a word?
Great.
Disco, my name is Killia. So what do you want with me? He casually denied her. Yes, there's something Disco wants you to help with. Now I'm listening. He has it together for a demon. Has acceptable manners. Check. And what are you doing? I don't get what's going on. The kid's right. What do you want with me? My name is Emizel. I won't forgive you if you call me a kid again. Alright, sorry about that, Emizel. Alright, as long as you understand, it's okay. But it's too nice. Might be thrown off by his surroundings. Check. What are you writing, Disco? Don't you get it? You have a lot to learn, Emizel. Disco is evaluating Killia. Evaluating. Next, Disco wants to see her physical abilities. Strength is a necessity when it comes to facing big sis. Now, Emizel, let's go together. What? So we've been introduced to 3 new characters, Fuka, Disco, and Emizel. They are the other 3 primary protagonists from Disgaea 4. Fuka is a human girl who, spoiler alert, dies, and is sent to Hades to become a Prinny, but there has been such an influx of new human souls being sent to Hades to become Prinnies that there's not enough material to turn her into a complete Prinny, so she just gets a hat. That is the actual lore. That is the story. So, human girl, then Emizel is, let's go ahead and send Valvators out there. Emizel is the son of Death. You can see his class is Death. So there are Death demons and there is Grim Reaper demons. But then there is a Grim Reaper. There is a Death, and that's Emizel's dad. So he's basically like the son of the, like Grim Reaper or whatnot. So he is, in essence, a Grim Reaper in training. And that pretty much sums up like his entire character. His whole character arc revolves around him being the son of this big, well-renowned demon, but basically is still treated like a kid, which we could see from that one scene still annoys him. There we go, doing a little throwing here. And Disco is a human-created monster that is designed to be the strongest final boss. So she constantly refers to herself as like a final boss in training, or learning to be, on her way to become a good final boss, stuff like that. So you could see she has the like little kid personality trait or whatever. She looks up to Fuko, calls her big sis and whatnot, but still you can see her class is a future final boss. So those are the 3 new characters that we're dealing with in this DLC. Now, what I'm doing with these geo panels right here, as you can see, I have to get my characters up a rather massive ledge here, and each character has a certain jump height. It's the wing icon down at the bottom of their status screen. So the mage has 27, Valvatoris has 20, 20, 15. And if you look at the numbers over the bonus gauge, you see it says 12 DM. That stands for decameter, which is a tenth of a meter. So that's the height of the ground that they're standing on. Now, this ground up here is 72 decameters, so a difference of 60, which means a character would need a jump height of 60 to travel that high. You're not going to find anybody with a jump height that high. So what we're doing is we're standing on these green geo panels that you can see have a boost of jumping power plus 400%. So a character that has, like Etna here, 25 jump height, if she is standing on a green geo panel whenever her turn starts and she moves, it will multiply her jump height by 400. So that 25 in essence becomes a bunch. So as long as the characters are on these green geo panels, whenever they move, they can jump high enough to ascend to the next level. Now that doesn't mean they have to be on the panel at the beginning of the turn. It just means they have to be on the panel when they move. So like where well, I'll show you at the start of the next turn. If a turn starts and you lift and throw a character onto the panel, then they'll still be able to get that benefit and have the 400% bonus to jump. Alright, so like I was saying, you have Valvatoris right here. He is not on the green geo panel. If I were to move him from here, you can see he can't go up to the next level. He doesn't have the jump height. But if we have a character throw him onto the panel, now he can't. So again, lift and throw really plays a role into positioning your characters. You have to keep an eye on geo panel layouts, so you know you can work out any geo panel related puzzles. There's a little bit of thinking that goes on into some of the levels. It's never anything so hard that you should have to look up like a guide or anything, but every now and then you'll run across a level where you just have to kind of stop and go, you know, okay, if I move this character here, I can do this thing. If I move that character there, I can do that thing. So there is definitely a little bit of strategy involved in some levels, but at the same time, if you're having too much trouble, you could always just like power level and brute force your way through any given situation. That's why we gave Killia that legendary weapon. He can make short work of even level bosses like that. Yeah, I lost before I even realized we were fighting. You're pretty good. Your strength gets a check. Now the only remaining criteria are... Hold on a second. I don't understand what's going on. Can you explain it to me? Fine, Desco will tell you. Desco's big sis has been acting weird lately. She won't eat her favorite sweets, and she's been sighing. Her expressions are gloomy, and she seems to have been thinking about something. Desco thought she wasn't feeling well, but there's nothing wrong with her physically. It's not her health, but she doesn't have an appetite. Something must be bothering her. I see. I understand up to that point, but where do I come in? Could it be? Yes, starting on a certain day in the past, Big Sis changed. Since the day she met Kilia. After she met me. Don't you remember? It was several days ago. Desco and Big Sis were selling the sardines we were paid with to Prinnies at a high price that day. Always comes back to the sardines. On our way back, we were talking about buying sweets with all the money we made, and then we crossed your path. When Big Sis saw you, she stopped in her tracks and said, OMG. And then Big Sis wrapped her arms around herself. After that, she didn't even look at any sweets on our way back to Hades. I knew it. What do you mean? He's slower than I expected him to be. He's a harem-type main character. All of this just was so Desco could evaluate Kilia. So, what are the results? After Desco's final analysis, Kilia barely passes, but Desco didn't expect him to be this slow. She doesn't know what Big Sis sees in this guy. The rest is up to Big Sis. Alright then, let's go home for now.
Disco did it!
Okay. Anyway, that's the gist of it, Kilia. We're going back for now. Hey. We'll meet again soon. What just happened? Alright, so we completed another quest. I think we had a quest to kill Prinnies. We're going to heal up real quick. Let's turn in that quest. We had to kill any units. Alright, so we do need to kill Prinnies, though. We need to kill one more Prinnie to get another secret scroll. See if we have any more quests we can do. Kill 3 magicians to get another scroll. Kill 1 Prinnie to get a mana potion. And this one right here, we can actually turn in rather quickly. We have to turn in 3 Medal of Unworths to get a heal scroll. So that's actually a pretty easy one. Medal of Unworths are a monster class item, the lowest tier, I believe. Yeah. So we'll just buy 3 of those real quick. Turn them in. Bop, bop, bop. And we only needed to buy 1. We had 2 already. There we go. We have a heal scroll. So what we can do with that is teach it to any character that doesn't already have the spell. Let's see. Seraphina's a pretty good option. You want a character that has good resistance, because like we said, resistance is what healing spells are based off of. Also, we'll teach it to Seraphina just because she's not necessarily a front range fighter, so giving her some support abilities would be nice. So there we go, heal learned. Now when you use a scroll on a character, they permanently learn whatever ability or spell that scroll teaches. So you can check, we go to her statuses, and right there she has the heal spell, permanently learned. It's not like temporary, it's not like limited uses or anything like that. Like, she knows this spell now. Now she won't naturally learn any higher tier levels of that spell, so if we wanted to give her Mega Heal, Giga Heal, or any of the other more advanced versions of that spell, we would have to find the corresponding scrolls to teach them to her. So that's just like a quick, simple way to, almost went to the wrong stage there. A quick, simple way to slap a spell or skill on a character that wouldn't naturally learn that spell or skill. In conclusion, Big Sis is in love with Kilia. Yeah, looks like it. She's putting so much effort into looking cute. She's so courageous. Well, they do say that girls who are in love become better looking. I've never heard anyone say that. So what are we going to do next? That's the hard part. There seems to be nothing wrong with the guy, so it's all up to Big Sis now.
Kneel.
Should we give her a push? It might be better for Fuka to know that she has people around her she can talk to, than if she just thinks she's on her own. Or we could just make Killia meet her directly. Well, it's Fuka, so it might be better for her to act than to think.
Des!
You know more about an innocent girl's heart than Disco. That's kind of shocking. Anyway, Disco gets it. Let's make Big Sis meet Killia. What's up, you two? You guys seem kind of serious. Disco wants your help with your problem. Disco wants to help you with your problem. What? When did you notice? I mean, how? It's obvious just by looking at you. Oh no, did I really change that much? Yes. I see. I thought I could just play it off, but I guess it was showing. Disco doesn't want you to be so down about it. She'll support you as much as she can.
Yeah.
Really? That'll be nice. I was getting tired of doing this all by myself. Doing it together will make it so much better, too. It must have been really bothering you. Huh? No, it wasn't bothering me. It was more like making me suffer.
Yeah.
It must be. If there's anything I can do to help, then I'd like to help you too. What? You too, a Measle? I mean, I didn't want a Measle to find out, and Finfin is definitely out of the question. There's no need to be embarrassed. Let's resolve this with everyone's help. Is that so? Okay then, please. Alright, let's go now. Aren't you going to help me train, or put me on a diet? What are you talking about? There's a much faster way.
I'll show
Really?
you.
I've been waiting for something like that. So this is the place? I'm so excited. Big Sis, doesn't that man look familiar? That person. She's kind of shaking. Is she going to be okay? Disco asked Big Sis about it before. When an innocent girl's feelings grow, they start to shake. They start shaking because they want to see that person so much. I didn't know that. You eat quite a lot. Oh, yeah, this is normal for me. So how are you so skinny? I actually want to bulk up a little bit. Why do you ask?
You okay?
Would you like to eat some? She's been asked to join him for a meal. Killia, you're a pretty bold guy. What rapid developments. Like you said, Measle, meeting her directly was the right strategy. Disco. Yes, Big Sis. Or are we bothering you guys? Oh yes, let's leave these young ones alone.
Nothing's impossible.
Stop speaking nonsense and help me punish this enemy to all innocent girls. Both of you. What? Huh? Alright, so here's the map. We have a Measle up here. We have Fuka and Disco, a handful of generic enemy units. Fuka and Disco are on some red geo panel up here with a couple effects. They have recovery 20%, which means at the beginning of every turn they will recover 20% of their health. They have enemy boost 50%, which means they get a 50% boost to all of their stats, and ally damage 50%, which is a pretty mean one. That one means if any of my characters, any ally characters, are standing on one of these panels at the end of the turn, they will take 50% of their health and damage. Now that's 50% of their total. That's not like negatively cumulative, like 50% and then 50% of that 50% and then 50% of that. It will do 50% of their total health, meaning a character at full health standing on these red panels will automatically die in 2 turns. So what we're going to want to do is fight our way through these monsters and split our forces up to have somebody come down here and try to destroy these geo panels while the rest of our team deals with all of these characters.
Let's go!
Let's see, I need another fist character. I believe, yes. So fist users here, Girl Laharl, have the Phantom Blow attack, which I explained before, hits 3 panels in front. So we can use that move on these 3 characters right here to take them out before they have a chance to Magic Change, which is what's going to happen if I don't take them out. These 2 characters are going to Magic Change onto Imazil to basically boost his magic attack. He's a mage fighter hybrid, so we want to stop that before it happens.
Talking about my body?
Ta-da.
Crush! It's my turn. Die!
Let's have fun!
And since we're doing the DLCs this early in the game, most of the units are between like level 1 to 4, which means it's still pretty easy for some of the low level characters to earn a little bit of XP here. See, what do we have down here? The blue is ally boost. You know, instead of going down there and dealing with those geo panels directly, as long as we can kind of coax Fuka to come off of those red panels, she'll lose any boost she has. So we'll send a few of our tankier units up here and see if we can get her to step off of those geo panels.
Sick!
She doesn't seem to want to. So, plan 2. We'll just pick her up and throw her off. There. Aha. And you can see that we talked about monster change before. Desco is a monster type enemy, and she turns into a sword weapon. So you can see Fuka has the Desco sword equipped. That's what that cool looking eyeball sword is right there. And there we go.
I'm number 1.
How could I lose? Why did we fight? An innocent girl's heart is too complicated for me. Ugh, is this that tough love that Desco has heard about? An innocent girl's heart is too complicated. Hey, you guys, what's going on? What do you mean, what's going on? Why are you so skinny? Normally, you'd get fat if you ate that much, but you aren't. That goes against the laws of nature. For crying out loud, all the guys around me are so skinny. Why are Valzy and Finfin so skinny? So Fuka has a extremely annoying habit of shortening or nicknaming every character she comes across. So obviously Valzy and Finfin refer to Valvatores and Finric respectively. We eat the same food. Why am I the only one who's getting fat? This is a nightmare. Well, that's what happens when you eat sweets every day. Sweets are so soothing in Hades. I'm sorry. Then that means you were bothered by, yes, my weight. Then you don't like Kill. I hate him. Desco's the lad. She thought you were going to be taken away from her, big sis, so Desco was worried. Taken away? What are you talking about? Anyway, you... It's weird that you're so skinny, even though you eat so much. Tell me your secret. I've got no idea what you're talking about.
You should be thankful.
Please, if you have any problems, I'll help with them. No, I'm alright. I don't need any help with that. And he just dips. Now, it can't be helped. You'll just have to work on it, little by little. Yeah, Desco will help too. If it's with you, big sis, Desco can starve herself for years. I don't want to get that skinny. Anyway, that person is hiding something. It's probably nothing. No, it's definitely something, because when I offered to help, he sounded a little hesitant. Definitely smelled love in the air.
Nothing is impossible.
Alright, we're going all in. Let's solve his problem, so he can solve my problem. Alright. You don't know when to give up. I love how, like, every character in this game just immediately jumps to the most extreme assumptions and just rides them out, no matter how wrong they might be. Alright, so we're going to check the quest board one more time. Kill a couple warriors and get that, but we don't need it. Clear any stage, any 2 stages, and we'll get the sword coach scroll. So let's check our quests right now. We need to clear any 2 stages. We need to turn in 1 belt. We need to kill 1 prinny, 3 magicians, 3 boxes, 3 martial artists, and another prinny. So we know where to go to kill prinnies.
Where would you like to go, dude?
Let's go ahead and get that one knocked out right quick. And this will also count towards our stage clearing
I'll teach you a lesson.
quests.
Fine.
You know, Etna has a rather long-reaching spear attack. Let's see.
Shit.
We can send out Metalia, but her magic range isn't long enough. Your magic range increases as your magic skill increases. So the more you use a spell and the higher your skill with that spell becomes, the longer your range with it will be.
Die. Crush.
Alright, so that will clear both of the prinny quests. We're going to run it one more time real quick to knock out that quest to do multiple stages. So we'll basically just send out the same units here. We'll have Etna use her spear skill. Send out Laharl. He can use a sword skill to reach that one. Plein Air has a gun, and that's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And there we go. We've completed all 3 of those quests. Let's tap the healer real quick on the way by. Bop, bop. Heal everybody up. Turn in these quests. There's a scroll. There's a mana potion. There's a scroll. And I know I keep saying it, but I promise I'm going to explain what we're doing for this. There is that Extreme Tough Guy, the Guts quest again. So we know we want to do that one. You want to do that one anytime you see it pop up. You want to just go ahead and immediately do that one. Like I explained, that Extreme Tough Guy skill will increase a character's HP growth by 20%. So that is extremely useful on any physically oriented character, which is basically most of the main characters and probably 2/3 of the generic classes. So you see that Guts quest pop up, especially in the early games, you want to go ahead and grab it. If your quest queue is already full, if you already have 10 quests accepted, cancel one and select that quest. You want that scroll. It's extremely valuable. The earlier you get it and equip it onto a character, the more of an increase you'll see later on in the game. Everything is exponential. So anyways, there we go. We're only going to do the first 2 levels of that stage. This video, when we come back, we'll feel the 3rd stage. We'll finish up the DLC episode, and then we'll go over the new characters that we get for completing it. So that's where we are. That's where we're going to leave off. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you come back for more videos, and have a good night.